December, I on my core. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic. Well, with no further ado, let's just get into it. There has been a faithful follower of ours.
Yes.
I don't want to say the name. He'll show up there. He or she. I don't know whether it's male or female, but very faithful. Keeps me up on anything, and I
Yes,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
This person wanted to have a reading on Rymir and Jay-Z. And I didn't know who, I know the case. I'm so sorry. But when you said the name Rymir, I think that's the pronunciation of it. I didn't know. So if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, I apologize. But I do know the case. I don't know the ins and out of the case, but I do know the case. And this case is, before I read on it, I'm going to have baby to read the snippet, because there is a case that is pending, and he wanted to know about the case. So I got the good old cards here. Let me while you getting that, let me go ahead on and shuffle them so I can go ahead on and read when I'm finished. They had already been shuffled. Let me do my little quick shuffle.
Ready for me to read the snippet?
When I'm finished with this.
Okay.
When I'm finished, you could definitely read it. We'll see how these cards show up here. All right, let's just go here and here. Oh, here. Well, I don't want you to see the bottom of the card, because you'll know what's at the bottom, so you'll know. That's it. That's good enough. They already been shuffled anyway. So go ahead, please read. And then after that, we'll have our notes. You share your notes, and then we'll just go ahead on and read. And we're going to find out. I want to know if Rymir going to win the case, first of all. Miss Barney, is Rymir going to win this case against his father? When I say when, the cards are going to show, I want to know, is Jay-Z legitimately Rymir's father?
Yes.
He's 31 years old. Let's go for it.
Yes. It says, yes, Rymir Satterwhite. I hope I pronounced that last name right. I apologize if I did.
Where did you get that information?
Off of Google.
So you got it from Google?
Yes.
I'll take it. I take Google. Go ahead.
It says he has a paternity case pending against Jay-Z. Rymir, 31, claims to be Jay-Z's son and is seeking a DNA test to confirm his paternity. Also, reading a little bit more further down, it says that the court ordered a response. A judge has ordered Jay-Z to respond to the paternity suit by July 18th.
Woo! That's good. That's good. That's good news. Good news.
That's just right around the corner.
Good news. Good news.
10 days
good
away.
News. Good news.
So yes, and this new federal lawsuit was filed in May of 2025.
And I do believe that the men that have babies, or even if you're up for suspicion, you should be, if you don't want to do it on your own, you should be made to see if that baby is yours.
Yeah, for real. Honestly.
I don't care if you ran, I don't care if the child is 50 years old. They have a right to know that baby if you're allowed of that sperm, either you're guilty or you're innocent.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that should be a mandated law. I really do. And if it is caught that, if say the person pay, then you have to pay the person back. If you are proven to be the baby father, you have to pay back. The person will always have to pay what they have to pay. But I truly think they need to make that a law.
Okay. Yeah.
A law, because you shouldn't have babies running around and not knowing who their daddy is, and even if their mamas even stole them, like with the Whitney Houston story. They shouldn't even be going through none of that. But nevertheless, I digress. Let me get back over to where I was. I was all over there in somebody else's business. So, but what I heard was, the reason why, this is what I heard, that Jay-Z would have taken care of Rymir, but if he agreed to it, then it would be that word again. Child.
Oh, child.
That'd be that petty.
Okay.
It'll be that petty. And so because of that, that's what shot it all down where Jay-Z said, I'm not going to go near that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. So let's just go in and let's see what the cards have to say. So the first thing we want to know is what?
Is Jay-Z the baby daddy?
Is Jay-Z the baby daddy? Well, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Father, Mother, and Son.
Right.
You got a 3, so you got a family of 3, so you got a union. So, you got a union. And so when you see the union, it's mother, father, and son.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You could say mother, father, you could say Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, but come on, the spirit can't have a baby. Okay, you need a physical body because you're dealing with if you're looking at it in a spiritual way, a physical body need a physical touch. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? So here I see that's what's online, that there is this discrepancy. Yes. Did he, and this is the card, and if you look out in front of it, you'll see it's like a desert place. But what I see, I don't know if this is Rymir or if it's Jay-Z. I'm thinking it's more of Rymir looking out at all the possibilities that it could be, it can't be, everywhere. It seems like Rymir been going for this for as long as he was a little boy. I think they've been fighting for this. Yes. So now let's see what the past have to say. Aww. There it is. That's that red heart, heartbroken for Rymir.
Yes.
Because the card, I said that this will be him. So heartbroken that he has been rejected by his dad, just heartbroken. And that he wants it. He wants it so bad. And I'm getting the impression, this may be me, but I can only tell you what ran through my mind. It didn't run through it like it's etched in stone, but it ran through it as a thought. Like Rymir is like, and the way it's coming to me, is like, just call me by your name. Oh. I don't care about the money. Mm-hmm. He could use the money, but I don't even care about the money. Just let this famous man be my dad. Yeah. That's what ran through my mind. I have to be honest. Let this famous man, let that be my daddy. It ain't about the money. It's about, that's my daddy. Beyonce is my stepmother. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to put the intensity on it, but that's what I'm picking up. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think here it's just this. I see the 8 of Wands because I showed you the 3, and I showed you the 3.
Oh, 2 3s.
Oh my, you got it. You right. I wasn't even paying attention. There's a 3. And there's a 3, which brings me to a 6. And because it's a 6, deception indicated. Not by Rymir. Not by Rymir, because he's the one that's asking. Something is biting me. Not by Rymir, because he's the one who's asking the questions, right? Mm-hmm. So, but yet I see energy and I see a movement forward. So this is going to play out. This is going to play out. He's going to get some results, and he needs that to heal his heart. Right now, it's like he says that it's not about the money. I tend to believe it to a point, because I can understand that you done lived your life for 31 years, had to work, scrounge, this and that, lost your mother, whatever. So you learn to do without. Yes. So things are going to turn in your favor. Even if he's not your father, you'll go back in obscurity like you never exist. But if this man true to be your father, my God, what an honor for him, even though he's a crappy dad,
It's true.
But because your father didn't want to give you the paternity test because it did not want to be associated with that thing, that petty thing. Okay. Yeah. So, but I definitely see a swift thing coming. I see that it is going to be made for, but in Rymir's head, do he think that Diddy is his dad?
You mean Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Yeah. Diddy on. Yes, when I think of temperance, I think of temperance. This is more of a feminine thought, a card. This is a very gentle card because it's gentle because the opposition that is going up again is very nasty. It's very hateful. It's going up against this heart of a broken heart or a pierced heart or this or a broken heart, a pierced heart, or a deceptive heart. And he needs peace. He needs peace with this. And also we see Rymir looking out over this. Has been a tough thing. This has been a battle of his life, just to know, just so he can know what his name is. Do these people belong to me? Is he my daddy? Is he my daddy? Yeah. Am I a royalty? Am I royal? That's more to him than money. And I see his answers are coming swiftly.
Well, that's great to know.
However, we see temperance because this has not been an easy fight. And if you see temperance, you see that she's stepping on water, which is very emotional, but she's on the surface. So she's tapping the foot of it. But if you also look, you'll look at it as the sun. The sun here is, even though it's bright, the sun is going down. You see the sun is going down. And that's where, when you see the moon card is up in your face. But right. In temperance, the card is going down. And you can see that the wings of the eagle are so big that they don't even fit inside the picture. And you see that they're working with elements of alchemy. Mm-hmm. So the sun is going down. What do you mean? The temperature is lowering. So we know that he's getting ready to find the answers that he's been longing for all his life. That's what's in his head. Beneath his feet, do you think he even doubt? He struggled with doubt. That's what that's saying.
Understandable.
That's like, he may be like 90%, but that 10%, he has braced himself just in case it's not. Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Beneath his feet, there's a love affair. That love affair is that just goes back what I said. Mm-hmm. He wants to be able to say, I want to be called by your name. Not that he's going to change his name, but I want the world to know I'm somebody. This is my DNA. This is true. Explain what I'm saying, baby. I'm too excited. Explain what I'm trying to say about this cup here. A mending of the fence. And I do think, let me let you finish. A mending of a fence. Either way, but I think a mending of a fence. And I don't think that JC should be angry. I think that there's nothing wrong for fighting for something you believe in. What do you have to say?
That's true. What I have to say is I see it as because the wings definitely also reminded me the wings of the temperance card.
And you see the wings are in there, they're much smaller, mm-hmm. right? And you see the caduceus where mm-hmm. you see a healing is going to take. He needs this mm-hmm. healing for himself. Either way, he has braced himself for the negative. I don't even know if he can handle. I don't know. I'm getting a feeling if they say this man is his father, he'd probably break down and cry.
Yeah, he'd be so lost like that.
We'll remember that I said that. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Like if it says that this man is his father, he would break down and literally just burst into tears of joy. Mm-hmm. Sorrow, but tears of joy. And mm-hmm. what did you say, baby?
Saying that the way I see it for how Rymir feels with Jay-Z, just wanting to be recognized, to know that his DNA was special in the sense.
Yeah, special. Absolutely. And that Blue is his sister, and that he have other brothers and sisters in the world, mm-hmm. because he does have a sister, but that was outside the marriage, that's older. But Jay-Z took care of her, put her in the house, mm-hmm. did all that for her, got a call, whatever he did that for her, took care of her. He has the means to take care of these kids. I don't really think that's the problem. I think that what happened was, from what like I said, he was going to do it, and he was probably in the process. He offered him a job and with him and all that. What I heard, I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. Word on the curve was. Mm-hmm. So, but he stopped because the petty was coming out, and he didn't. And she was younger than him, and he didn't want his name associated with that. Mm-hmm. We see new beginnings, so we see wands. We definitely see new beginnings. Here, this has been a rough night. If you go on the bottom, it's been a rough night for the both of them. For even Diddy, this is just another Jay-Z. Thing. This has just been another thing that has been on Jay-Z plate, that he has to, if he proves to be this son's father, he's going to look like a jackass.
He really would.
This is not going to make him look good at all.
No, not at all.
At all, because you could have just taken care of him years ago. This ain't had to be ugly, but because you're so busy trying to hide your dirt as you're doing with Nikki, because she's out there suing them too. But hiding your dirt, hiding it so much so that it prevents you from doing the right thing. And maybe Beyonce could be behind it too and say, no, we're not taking care of no more children. Could be that. We don't know. You don't know. Now, in his head, on again, we see a leaving out. So I see that. Speaking
of queens.
That queen, but I definitely see that queen in a way beckoning an end, like I'm ready for it to end. I just want to know. It's been a hard, restless night for the both of them. Can you imagine if you're Jay-Z and this come out that you are? Wouldn't you be jumping for joy if it said you wasn't? You'd be starting to shout, right?
Yes.
So I don't want you to look at this as light. This is very, very heavy stuff right now.
It is.
And I see the queen who's looking in another direction as to, I just want it to be done. I just want the end. Just land. I just want to know whether he is, whether he isn't. I need to know. I need this peace in my life. Yes. And the outcome card is, which is not the outcome card, but this is the outcome card of the finishing of a wreath, kind of, sort of. So this is telling me what is the outcome. The outcome is the magician. Oh my God. Go ahead, baby Cone. Oh my God. Go ahead. I got that.
The magician can make things materialize. And since you like to go on diagonals, the magician is just diagonal of the Ace of Wands. So the start of the new beginning, it's materializing, visualizing, dreaming, figuring out how. And
check this out. What's that?
The Ace
of Wands, and Wands. You got 2 1s.
Yeah.
And you got a 3, and you got 2 3s. So if I just look at the wands, that's new beginnings. That's fire. If I look at the wands only, it looked like it would be in Rymir's favor.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Because it's a new beginning. And wands are about fruit and labor, creation. It's about birth and children. That's what wands are about. They have something to do with creativity. And when you have children, that's a part of creativity. Yes. So we see here in the past, there was some kind of creative energy that was there. And so here in the minute, you see that 3. This is in the past, there was some kind of creative energy that took place. The cards are definitely showing that there was a sexual relationship. Definitely. The cards also show that her heart was broken. Also, when I'm just looking at just the past, it shows that her heart was broken. And also it shows that she died and heartbroke and heartache with him because it was never revealed to Rymir. And as they were going through the case, she died, she expired as she went. But I think he had an aunt or somebody, I don't know. But when you look at it now on a diagonal side, you see the ace again. You see Rymir is waiting. He's been through a turmoil. He's in a desert place, but the sun is shining. The sun looks bright for him. It looks dark when you look in the past because Jay-Z swept over it. But if I'm reading the cards and if I'm reading Miss Bonnie correctly, she is saying this looks like that even all the tricks and the things that Jay-Z did to try to rob this boy out of his birthright, it just looked like that, not that Jay-Z is going to lose, but it just looks like the boy might win.
Okay.
I'm going to say it just looks like it's in his favor. And if you say that, because like I said, you have the ace. Look how they all blend. You have the ace. The only thing we moving, now check this out. The only thing we moving in this family is a 2, but right below his feet, here's a 2 of cups.
Yes.
As a healing. There's some kind of healing is going to take place for Rymir. And if you look at this cup, you see another 3. Hold those up for me, baby Crone.
Yes.
Do you see how I'm reading it? You see here, when you see it, you see the 3, that's Rymir, the 3. And you see he's holding on to a staff or holding on to his mom, his belief. They were fighting for this when he was a baby, and or young, because to me, a baby is like 10 years old, 9, 8 years old. I don't know if that was the age, but I know that this is not a case that just started. And if you see it, Rymir has been out here for a long time, fighting for this, fighting him and his family. They winning and losing, not being able to get it. And now you see below him, because that card is below him, what he's standing on. The fact that this is my dad. I can't prove it. And like I said, even he doubt, but there will be some kind of healing that come forth. And maybe if he is fun, maybe Jay-Z will embrace him, or maybe he say he's sorry, or maybe when the camera's off. I don't know. And then you see here the ace that says that came in the past, because it came in here. This is the past section. And it came here as creative energy, a creative force. He was created. He was created. The question is he created by Jay-Z?
Yes.
Now, the funniest thing about it, and here, a mending of the fences, as you will. And here is him. But the thing here, we have the magician. Now, the only thing I can say about this is the magician had the power to his power was being relentless, not giving up, to demand no matter what, hound and bark and growl until his case got heard. And so for me, so for the card, that's the great magician, the willpower to speak a life and demand that he gets to have his day in court. This is what this is. So I will ask a question. Will Rymir lose? According to Miss Barney? No. That's Miss Barney. According to Miss Barney, it's in his favor. The Sun card came out.
Just like you said at the beginning, looking brightful and hopeful.
Yep, he's been fighting a long time. And like I said, even the cards are speaking of creation. This is why you have this, the wands, even the magician is the wands, because he got wands on his table. And you got wands. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We know it's about wands, even though it's cups, but because it is temperance deals with all elements. Okay. And you could tell by the triangle on her chest.
Yes. Representing that fire, because it's
fire energy. Woo, isn't that deep? So you see the fire, and that's Sagittarius. So you see that fire energy. So here, even below him, you see even the cups below him, what he's standing on, what he trusts, what he's believing. He wants to just even this. And oh my God, the man said he wasn't in it for money, right? Yes, there is not one pentacle.
That is certainly true. There is not one pentacle.
Not one pentacle. What is light against darkness? What do you mean? You have swords and you have wands. And swords and wands are the two elements that rise high. You can raise a sword up high, right?
Yeah.
You can bring a sword down low, right? But it's a high element because it has to deal with frequency. It has to deal with air. It has to deal with thought. It has to deal with movement. That's what swords are about. But then you have fire, which is consuming. It rises up. It builds you up. But the most powerful out of all of them are power is fire, because power rests higher than anything, even over swords. So because wands represent spirit, and spirit is something you can't see, but you can feel. You can see it, but it's spirit. So here we see like creation. You can't see the creation taking place, but it is taking place. And at the beginning, this card starts off in the past with a creation. Also, it said that relationship must have pierced her heart, broke her heart in some kind of way, or been very disappointment. However, the card is right next to Rymir that's saying this has been sleepless nights. This has been hectic. This has consumed a lot of years of his life. It can consume like 20 years of his life, that this man is ready. And with the power that was invested in him, he used it all to get Diddy to take this test. And he's saying, if you take it, I'm at peace with it.
Yes.
I know the truth. I may never know who my daddy is, but I know the truth now. I can move on. But if you my daddy, I'm going to be a happy, happy camper. And last, what will be the outcome for, and I'm not going to call him that D word, Diddy, Jay-Z. He going to be putting out money.
Another queen energy.
Another queen energy. As a mother figure, because now they're facing each other, and here they're facing each other.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Put it up there. And maybe they're facing each other. I think there's going to be some reconciliation. We may not see it, but if I'm going to give my child, all I can do is just be proud of my child that they didn't give up.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at my child if it proves to be my child. I can't be mad at them because you fought for me. He wants the love of his daddy. He wants the love of Queen Bee. He wants that love, and he deserves it because he lost his mom.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to go like that. Jay-Z could have just accepted him. And there could have been always up in the air as in doubt. And so why did you take him? Well, I had the money, and the man needed family, and I could see how he looked like me. I know I slept with his mother. I don't want to make her look cheap or anything. He could have done that.
He could have.
He could have done it, but instead he makes everything hard. Remind me that I want to read on Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z, how that court case is going. So what I see here, it just looked like this is going to be in his favor in one way or the other. Even if it's not his father, he's going to have relief to know. If it is his father, which the card came out, I have no say, the cards came out. This is a very creative time, and it shows, the reading shows, Miss Bonnie is showing me that it does look like it's in Rymir's favor.
Yes. Speaking of which, you said earlier, not a single pentacle card came out.
But when it came down to Jay-Z money bags, that he's going to have to pay some money in this. There is money he's going to have to give that young man something. What? I don't know. He might think I would just fix my son up and give him a better life, and I would never be mad, and I would have an open conversation with him.
Yes.
I really would. And I'm thinking that's the way it's going to go because of Magician and because the queen. When I asked Jay-Z in the end, a queen. So that lets me know that he's not angry and that it's not about giving the money. It's about making peace. And that's what I see. I see that either way, something is going to be transpired that's going to give Rymir some peace. Even if Jay-Z says something like, I knew I wasn't your father, but, I'm glad you got your peace. Something like that. But the cards look like they are falling into Rymir's favor. And we will know when it come out, because a lot of people say he looked like Jay-Z.
They do say that.
He, in one way, and then in another way, he doesn't. Because how many people that look like you? That people say, oh, you got that look like people.
Yes, I do have.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Faces.
I don't have that look. I mean, people told me that I look like that actress. I forgot her name. She played in Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence. And she played his love interest. I cannot think of her name, but you'll pull it up. Yes. I should know her name. That's who people tell me that I look like or used to. But I have one of those faces that don't look like a lot of people. But they definitely said that I look like her. I'm going to tell you her name, and you could say for yourself. You got it? Love and Hate. Her name is, As Good As I Know. She was one of my favorite actresses at one time. You got it?
No.
I'll just keep talking. So anyway.
Who did you say also played in it?
Martin Lawrence. It's called Love and Hate. And the actor is Martin Lawrence and Regina, I forgot her last name. And this older woman. I cannot think of her name.
All
you got to do is say the first name.
Okay. Do we have Lynn Whitfield?
I said the first. All you have to do is say Lynn.
Oh.
I got Lynn Whitfield. People say I look like her. So, but you know what? That's why I say I can't say it is his father, because we can have lookalikes in the world.
Yes.
You know, I mean, they show actors that has been that's alive today, and they show people that was 200 years old or 150 years that look like somebody today. So I can't really go on that.
Mm-hmm.
But do he have resemblance of his father, full lips, the way his mouth is shaped? Yes. Yes. He has a similar complexion, but Jay-Z lived a life of wealth. So he looks gorgeous. Hit that. He has he's got his, he could have had his lips brightened or lightened, whereby Rymir looked like his teeth. I mean, he got his teeth clean because they used to be really, 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 really dark on camera. So they are bright, and his lips used to be dark. So he could be like, I'm not trying to say this as a bad thing. I'm just trying to say how it could look like it's Jay-Z's son, but it's not Jay-Z's son.
Sure.
But the cards are pointing that that's Jay-Z seed. The cards are pointing, and that he caused much grief in his life and in his mom's life. So whatever it is, I hope that I hope Rymir gets what he's looking for and what he needs to make peace and to move on. And the one thing that the cards are clear about, I just want to call me by your name. I want my name. I'm entitled to it. It belonged to me. I know what it is. That's my birthright. My name should be Carter. That's who I am. I want my name. That's my daddy. I want to be proud. I want to go around and say Jay-Z is my father. I want that. I don't care about the money. But Jay-Z came in and said, but I do.
Yeah, true.
And he's willing to do whatever it takes to quiet it. You know, but it's in court now. So we'll all find out, or they may have a closed court.
True. They might, knowing Jay-Z, he might just ask for that.
So we may never know, but whatever it is, it just seems like Rymir is on his way to freedom of soul. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Now, you know what? I learned a lot about this one. This was very, very good. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you was able to follow me, because I felt like I was going fast, because as I'm downloading, I'm just trying to get it.
It was a lot to process.
It was a lot to process, wasn't it?
We learned a lot.
We learned a lot, and I hope you did too. So like I said, I'll say it once, I say it twice, I say it the last time. The cards look like they are running in Rymir's favor. This is what Miss Barney says. Thus says Miss Barney. As for me, I wait and see. But I'm trusting Miss Barney. I trust her. She has never let me down yet. And why would she?
Right.
Why would she? So she's my sister and she loves me. So, and like I said, we will see. Time will tell. Or maybe we may never know, because they may close the court and we don't know. He may say, I don't want the public to know. We don't know how this thing is going to go. So, but we do see that Rymir will have he will find peace after suffering for him and his mother. And with that being said, again, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I learned a lot from this. So this reading made me hungry. So I burned up a lot of energy. But I guess I did two heavy ones. Yes, so this is really making me hungry. So let me tap out. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I beg for them. Please, please, it really helped. If you looked at it, let's say only 10 people looked at this video. If all 10 of you give me a thumbs up, that would be so delightful. If 100 people look at it, which this is going to probably be a good one in time. If 100 people look at this video, or 250, that's fair for us. So if I can get 200 to 250 and all 250 people give us a thumbs up, it would mean so much, because it's a lot of work doing this. It's a lot of energy. Like I said, my stomach's going, I burn up a lot of energy. Do you, baby Crone? It makes you hungry. And so for that, if you have any love for us, please give us a thumbs up. It means the world to us. And with that being said, we thank you in advance, baby Crone.
Yes. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would mean a whole lot more to us, please. And
hit that bell.
Yes.
Play it forward. Go ahead,
Yes.
baby Crone.
Yes, speaking of playing it forward, share this video with anybody that would be into Jay-Z and Rymir's case.
If you enjoyed this video.
Yes, if you enjoyed this video, share this with anybody that would be into this kind of content or who would enjoy this kind of reading as well. Maybe they could get some answers just as much as we got some answers too. Let's share the knowledge. Sharing is caring.
He got that son at the
Yes.
end. Either way, he's going to have peace.
Mhm.
And with that being, that's how I leave it. Either way, whether Jay-Z is his father or Jay-Z is not his father, he's going to have some peace in it.
Mhm.
And with that being said, we thank you for joining us
Yes.
again. And you know we love you. And you know what we say.
Sunflowers.